One thing we found out when we were working on these carburetors a few years ago, we rebuilt both carbs, both skis, ran, but for some reason Davis's ski wouldn't run above idle unless you turned the choke probably, a quarter on. Yeah. And then it ran absolutely perfect. And we had these carbs apart, I don't know how many times. And I finally got to looking at these little check valves. They fit right in here. And they fit under this plate. And what that does is your fuel comes in from your main jets and then goes down through the hole in the plate, opens the check valve, and then goes through this hole in the bottom into your venturi of the carburetor. Well, what was happening is we changed those check valves when we rebuilt the carburetors, and the check valve in the kit that I got was, I think they were Titan kits, and I've used those before with good luck, but for some reason, this check valve, the material it's made out of is 5/1000ths of an inch thicker than what the stock one is. And it just simply wasn't, the vacuum signal wasn't pulling that check valve open and letting fuel flow until you had the choke partially on. We went back and put the thinner original check valve in it, and the thing has ran just absolutely perfect ever since. So, if you rebuild one of these, check that. I mean, put a set of calipers on it, check to make sure it's the same thickness. Mikuni carburetors use a similar check valve. It's not shaped like this, but it's still a little Mylar type check valve. And I'd make sure they're the same thickness too, because if you can't pull that open, it's not going to run above idle and not properly. Mine did run for whatever reason, but we've got it apart now, cleaning it up, so we're going to go ahead and put the original thinner check valve in it, just to make sure we don't have any issues with mine in the future. But get OEM parts when you can, but some of this stuff, it's getting hard to get. Some of it's expensive, seriously expensive if you get OEM. But if you use an aftermarket kit, check everything and don't throw any of your old parts away. Because if we'd have thrown these check valves away, I'd been screwed. But all the old parts went in a Ziploc bag and went in the parts pile for the skis, so I still had them. Easy to change them back out. There wasn't anything wrong with the stock ones. They work much better. And there's what it looks like assembled. In case you were wondering, that check valve is there to open up when you're at high speed to feed through the venturi, but when you're at low speed, it closes so the low speed circuit doesn't suck air back through the venturi, which would mess up your low speed fueling. So the check valve is important, but it needs to open when it's supposed to.